So in the before times, I covered a classic VHS release, Donkey Kong Country and the Legend of the Crystal Coconut. It was technically a compilation of 4 episodes from the CGI TV show Donkey Kong Country, featuring stories that prominently featured Captain Scurvy, a pirate villain from the show. It was mostly delightful and very weird, with full-on musical numbers, solid voice acting, yet confused plotting and very weird story turns. I confess, I love it, mostly from nostalgia. This was a frequently watched VHS of my brother and I. Also, yellow banana-colored VHS case. Now, this movie was just 4 episodes out of a total 40 that aired from 1997 to 2000. For a long time, this VHS was the only home media release of the show. However, in 2013, Phase 4 Films and Sony, of all people, started releasing the show on DVD. They even released the complete first season, but... yeah. So here and only we have a 4-episode compilation DVD. Donkey Kong Country, he came, he saw, he conquered. See, conquered. Stunning. I had a fun time looking at the VHS from my childhood, so why not 4 more episodes I haven't even seen?
Oh, yes. You got it. What the?
Oh. So as it turned out, Donkey Kong Country, he came, he saw, he conquered, features the very first episodes produced for the show. Opening the DVD menu, you're put immediately under pressure as a very dramatic countdown clock gives you limited time to choose what you want to do, or else the episodes will just start. Listen, the only content on here are the episodes, and that's it. So why do you want me to cry from anxiety immediately, DVD? We're off to a great start. Episode 1. We start with Bad Hair Day. Well, first, the absolute banger of an intro.
Donkey Kong! Hey, yo, look out down below. Here he comes, Banana Slammer.
We begin at Cranky's home, where the old ape is playing an organ, allegedly, and singing.
They all try to cheer me up, but I'm down with being down.
In a weird turn, he actually talks directly to the audience, and I've never been so starstruck.
It's a fortune teller, a teleporter, a power supplier, and a wishful.
He introduces various concepts that are exclusive to the show, like how he's the keeper of the crystal coconut, an object that holds power of some kind, it's never really clear, and that it predicts that Donkey Kong himself is the future ruler of the island of Congo Bongo. We're also introduced to King K. Rool,
Big Daddy,
who is trying to steal the coconut with General Clump and a bunch of claptraps. Listen, the CGI is pretty janky, but understanding that the show was released in 1997, making it one of the earliest CGI TV shows, it's pretty impressive. Cranky hollers for DK's help, and we properly meet him along with Diddy. He kills his only friend. And then here's Cranky's cries. DK and Diddy show up, jump on a bunch of barrels. He says his, famous catchphrase. And K. Rool is thwarted due to DK's brute strength. Headed to K. Rool's lair that's somewhere on the island, the geography makes no sense, he plots to figure out how to get DK out of the way to finally obtain the crystal coconut. General Clump's voice also briefly changes just for one line.
no mercy.
This is my finest hour. It's the bananas that make him invincible. But what if?
Yes?
What if we cast a spell?
So K. Rool's doing some voodoo. Also, the book is literal gibberish when the camera zooms in. Phenomenal. Basically, if someone cuts DK's hair and chants a certain phrase, he'll lose all his strength. Straightforward enough. Back with DK, we learn that DK's girlfriend Candy Kong is having her birthday today. She works at the, barrel factory, just pressing buttons while being heavily flirted with by Bluster, a fancy Kong with cufflinks who runs said factory. He really won't stop coming on to Candy.
Watching my figure.
Don't bother. I'm watching it for ya.
Oh, and Cranky is randomly here to explain all this. Sorry, I didn't even really need to say anything. So Bluster brings a cake out for Candy and...
I try to do nice things, but
I brought you these. Ooh, but I see you already got one.
Donkey Kong?
Listen, I'm sure the budget was very limited, so they couldn't really animate what had happened on screen. But what? So what's K. Rool's solution for getting DK's haircut and strength sucked? Candy Robot. Of course. And she sings.
I'm Candy Kong's clone. We look like we're one and the same. I know what you're thinking, but honey, I'm no ordinary day.
Yeah, if you didn't know, they sing 2 songs per episode on the show. It's kind of a musical. And you know, I actually kind of enjoyed the Legend of the Crystal Coconut songs, but here...
Every monkey's dream for your evil scheme.
The candy robot shows up at DK's
Make you my sweet and sexy chimp.
and cuts DK's hair, and oh god, why is his head shaped like that? That wasn't just tufts of hair sticking up, oh my god. DK loses his strength, we have to stare at his horrifyingly bald head, and K. Rool sends Crusha, another minion, to steal the crystal coconut. DK's no match, and they take it with ease.
What happened?
Ever since Candy cut my hair and told me she wanted to make me her little love slave.
Allegedly, this is a kid's show. Diddy's solution for getting DK's strength back is to simply eat a lot of bananas. Funky Kong shows up in his plane and takes the two of them to a banana plantation.
I don't believe it. He's eaten every single banana.
Yeah, sure, every single banana. Well, anyway, it doesn't work. Gee, I wonder why. Back with Cranky, he gives the real Candy and Bluster, he's still here, a potion that should bring back DK's strength. Kind of a cool bit since it seems like this connects to Cranky's role in Donkey Kong 64, messing with all that science.
The fate of Congo Bongo is in it for you. It lies in your hands.
What the f is he doing? What is this face? Bluster and Candy head to look for DK in Bluster's admittedly amazing barrel helicopter. I love this thing.
Clap traps.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
I'm tired. My feet are sore.
Whoa, that was a cut. That wasn't an edit on my part. The show just kind of weirdly jumps around like this sometimes. Weird editing all around. Unlike me. So Bluster randomly decides he's going to drink the potion because he's thirsty. What? But instead he just pours it out? Why can't he just let him do that? We'll be here all day if I question every weird thing that happens here, but nothing makes sense. So the potion grows a giant banana tree for some reason? Back with Diddy and company, DK is now inflated from all the bananas. Get your digital paint ready, DeviantArt. But he decides to eat one last banana, and this time it works? Was it connected to the giant banana tree? Did the potion just enrich every banana on the island? Why is this so confusing? We're only on the first episode. So the problem's solved. Somehow. You saw it yourself. DK drop kicks the coconut back to Cranky's, crazy good aim, and then meets up with Candy, who brings him a present. What? I thought it was your birthday, Candy. Of course, the Candy robot shows up too, and DK has to choose who's real and who's the robot.
Oh, two candies should be better than one.
You know.
This show. Naturally, he picks the robot. Guess the banana didn't help him in the brains department. Candy justifiably storms off in a rage. Then the robot Candy does this.
What the?
Oh, I can't believe the episode ends with Candy's head exploding, but next episode. Ape Fu Young. Sure. Also, oh god, what is that thing? Episode 2 kicks off with another weird Cranky intro that turns into a wild, impromptu dance break for the old ape. Look at him go. So awkward. I adore it. Unfortunately, he's enjoying himself a little too much, it hurts his back. Naturally, K. Rool shows up and now has an easy path to stealing the coconut. Luckily, however, DK and Diddy show up at just the right moment, preventing K. Rool from following through, flattening him against the door in the process. Also, side note, why are the chests of K. Rool's minions so shiny? Look at them glisten. With DK in the building, K. Rool must now take his JPEG self and scurry out before getting caught, leaving the crystal coconut behind. Later on, the crystal coconut shows buff young Cranky, I think? Listen, the crystal coconut is a powerful MacGuffin that can do literally anything as the plot demands. Need I remind you that it allowed Crank to astrally project himself to talk to DK in the VHS movie?
The lead. I can't see Scurvy anywhere.
What are you doing, you nutscout?
Cranky decides he should be able to fight K. Rool himself and concocts a potion to make him young again with some, choice ingredients.
Macaroni and cheese. Jelly beans. Right. It's powdered yo-yo.
Time to show Karul who really rules this jungle.
Back to DK and Diddy. DK's vacuuming and goes way too hard, and his animation clips him right through his treehouse. A tragedy.
Run away!
Apparently the vacuum was Cranky's. Shocked the guy didn't have another insane potion that just did his cleaning.
Banana Tsunama! Come on, you ooze-sucking pond gex. Now
Sexy Cranky is heading to K. Rool's lair as DK and Diddy head to his house to talk about the broken vacuum. DK, being absolutely insane, drinks Cranky's potion like an idiot.
Not bad. Tastes like yo-yos?
And becomes this monstrosity. Listen, I can't get over his head actually being shaped like that. It's disgusting. Diddy, however, doesn't notice this somehow, says let's go, and walks out of the place. So surely after the commercial break, we return to Diddy turning around and seeing baby DK, right? right? Diddy gets all the way home without ever turning around to finally realize that DK is a baby. He was probably talking to him. How did he not realize? And he must have followed him home goo goo gaga-ing all the way. How did he not notice? Make it make sense.
Hey, DK! I brought your favorite! A 3-layer cake! Banana, banana, banana!
Look, I'm not gonna harp on everything being banana flavored, monkey jokes, but how does everyone have the time to make these high-flying layered cakes? I know I'm trying to apply too much logic into a late 90s CGI video game cartoon, but I think about these things. Where are the ovens? Diddy tells Candy that Baby Kong is just DK's nephew to save him from missing his date with her. Also, Baby DK is still in love with Candy, so, weird vibes. Cutting over to General Clump, we hear the best marching chant ever.
Hip hop, what you got?
A big fat butt.
Sexy Cranky tries to fight off K. Rool's minions, but for some reason, when they come at him both ways in minecarts, it reverses the potion somehow? Or its time expired? Unclear, but Cranky is captured. Diddy is off to figure out how to make DK himself again, and we get a song from him.
Everybody see what I can do, 'cause it's Diddy to the rescue.
The singing is a choice. Look, I know Diddy's pitch is just higher, but that voice just does not lend itself to songs. I'm sorry.
Don't take too much to get me excited.
Oh. Before Diddy can head in, however, he notices K. Rool trying to steal the crystal coconut and leaves immediately. Diddy, you could probably take him, honestly. Did that falsetto just wear you out? Candy takes Baby DK to work at the barrel factory. Side note, why is there a barrel factory? Like, I know they serve a purpose in the video games, but here it's just Candy mashing buttons and they're on conveyor belts and we don't see them getting filled with anything. What's the point? Naturally, Baby DK gets loose, rocks out in a barrel, and suddenly, force goes Cranky. If you haven't seen the previous video, it's wild, right? Like, how? I thought it was a crystal coconut power, but I guess Cranky can just do this? Well, Baby DK gets needlessly pissed and chaos ensues, leading to this amazing shot of these barrels just bouncing. What is happening? We cut back to Cranky's house where he still hasn't stolen the coconut. Oh my god, dude, you're so slow. Somehow Baby DK in a barrel shows up too. This show is literally just a bunch of scenes strung together with no logic or sense, and stops K. Rool from stealing it. Clump 2 shows up to help steal the coconut. There's barrels that are armed like guns. They fire because Baby DK makes noises. The Claptraps are also here, and now with pitched up voices like they're chipmunks.
Yeah, what a mess.
K. Rool wants to play football.
That's to the left, fakes to the right. Throw long, Baby Kong.
No logic, no sense, just things and noise just happening. I guess the potion is just on a time limit because DK finally turns back to normal. I'll never forget that horrifyingly bald head. He punches K. Rool with the quietest line reading of Banana Slamma I've ever heard.
Banana Slamma!
And that's it. K. Rool goes home dejected, has a nasty green bloodshot eye, and drinks Cranky's potion. However, this doesn't make him younger, it just shrinks him. Honest to God, one of the most nonsensical half hours of anything I've ever witnessed. Now here I would talk about the third episode on the DVD, lovingly titled Booty and the Beast. Booty. But as it turns out, this was actually the fourth episode featured in The Legend of the Crystal Coconut. You can see my thoughts on that in the link in the description below, but for those who haven't seen it, here's a quick highlight reel.
You're the master. The poobah.
You put your right foot in and shake it all about.
My little claw.
Oh, that's good.
I swear I'll make you want to blink to right the wrong you
I like the taste of a pirate ship.
Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
Truly special. Anyway, fourth episode. We end this compilation DVD with Barrel. Barrel, who's got the barrel? Maybe we'll finally learn what the hell that factory is actually for. We actually don't open on Cranky singing for once here. Instead, we start with Donkey Kong, who's feeling a bit insecure about himself with a lunch date with Candy happening in just a few.
You are a big hairy ape, DK, so don't worry about it. Just be yourself.
You mean,
A big hairy ape.
Just comedic geniuses, these two. DK and Candy meet for lunch, which naturally is just one banana. Bluster, being an absolute psychopath, however, shows up in a still admittedly fun-looking barrel copter to demand Candy return to work immediately. Again, HR, hello. He offers her tickets to the Banana Slammers, a band, I presume. She rebuffs him again, and he really can't take a hint when she nonchalantly says that she likes DK more since he's a big hairy ape. Not one for nuance. Bluster latches onto the hairy part of that statement, though, so...
Candy won't be able to resist me now. I'm hip. I'm happening.
Huh?
Yeah, baby. Take a good look.
Oh my god, I think I love this show now. Just a stunning wig, truly. It could never be topped. He tries to show off to Candy, but again, no surprise, she refuses to date him. Bluster's at a loss, bemoaning and wondering what DK has that he doesn't, and draws the very fast conclusion that it's, well, see it for yourself.
What makes him so special?
The crystal coconut.
Here I go, creeping. Shh, don't make a sound.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. More disturbing Bluster songs, please, show. God, I hope they did more. Don't tell me, don't spoil it. Let me discover for myself. The song even ends with the horrifying shadows of Bluster's hands looming over the coconut. Not scary at all, no sir. Turns out DK also has special mind powers and dreamed that the crystal coconut was stolen. He and Diddy head to Cranky's and sure enough. Luckily, Bluster is the sloppiest thief of all time and has literally left his business card at the scene of the crime, so they know exactly where the coconut is.
Blaster!
We head back to the barrel factory with no true purpose and, well,
Feast your eyes on this.
Nice fake.
I got it! Oh, what? It's in that barrel!
okay, so it's a banana barrel factory, I guess? And there's a f***ing rocket to deliver them? Remember when I said the show was just nonsense and noise just lumped together? I'm just so tired now. So it's off on a wild goose chase to find the barrel. DK and Diddy check with Funky, but he'd already received the wrong shipment of bananas, so he went to return the barrel, did a barrel roll in his plane, naturally, and, well, lost it in the White Mountains? This island has snowy mountains now, apparently. We're informed by DK and Diddy that the barrel is now in possession of Eddie the mean old Yeti. So here's another show exclusive character, Eddie. He's a Yeti, apparently. They have to state that, I guess, because he's literally a white DK recolor, like he just slipped out of Smash Brothers or something. He's also very intelligent.
Eddie!
This actually clarifies some things because in the Crystal Coconut movie, Eddie straight up shows up for like 15 seconds and that with no explanation. Thoroughly confusing. This episode here is his actual introduction, it seems. Eddie claims the barrel is his now by law. It hit him on the head, you see. And a sad excuse for a Scooby-Doo style chase scene ensues.
Over there! Hey, Eddie! Come back!
And guess what? Now it's time for a rap song.
Say, Eddie, how about a deal?
5 for the barrel, it's a bargain.
It's a steal.
Steal?
No, but here's the catch.
Give us the barrel and we'll give you a match.
Look, I'm 99% sure they're lighting the matches on their upper thighs, but no, yeah, they're rubbing those matches on their asses.
Like cooked banana burgers on the barbecue.
This is a real show that aired on TV. Well, after a more of that, TK and Diddy get the barrel only to fall into a pit dug by Team Rocket. I mean Bluster. At this point, however, General Clump has somehow gotten word of the crystal coconut being loose in a barrel and snatches it from Bluster's hands. Also, the Claptraps eat his gorgeous wig. A shame. This episode clearly hasn't had enough chase scenes, so here we go again. Also, side note, the Claptraps are just like termites, right? Where does all of that go? It looks like Eddie is killed by the minecarts in the ensuing chase. That's my headcanon, at least. And Clump actually wins and gets the crystal coconut. Now that it's in the possession of K-Rool, I guess he rules the island now, right? Or he wants it to make a supersonic satellite to create a surveillance state.
Those eyes will be cast on all of Congo Bongo, and I will reign supreme! Hooray!
Sure, you know what? Why even try to apply any kind of sense or motivation to any of these characters, you know? It's just bullshit. Complete bullshit. And you know what? That's okay. I accept it. I accept it. Luckily, before the satellite is launched, I can't believe I'm saying this, DK and Diddy thwart his plans and grab the coconut back. K-Rool is surprisingly cool with this. Bitch, what? If you don't need the coconut, why did you want it in the first? Ugh. So the satellite falls apart because Clump sabotaged it? Who cares anymore? Motivation, what's that? So, big surprise, the episode ends with DK returning the crystal coconut to its rightful place as the episode and all of its nonsense comes to an end. Also, that DK statue, oh my. Oh, and Eddie arrives at Cranky's house and promptly murders all of them. End of DVD, end of series. And that's all the DVD has to offer. So I guess we came, we saw, we conquered. Just The show is very bad, guys. At least this crop of episodes. It's the first 4 produced, so I guess it's fair to say they didn't have their footing yet. The Crystal Coconut episodes I talked about in the compilation movie were a lot more cohesive. I mean, they were at least functional with some kind of structure to them. Here, the majority of these plots are just unrelated scenes barely strung together by some kind of conflict with a lot of noise on screen. There are some charming bits, sure, but if you really want to check this show out, know that these early stories are, interesting. I can't fully recommend it for more than just silly, ironic watching unless you grew up with the show and are feeling nostalgic. And you know, all the episodes we've talked about here have just been from the first season of the show. Like, we haven't even met all the characters. Did you know Dixie Kong was on this show? I didn't until recently. Also, the second season was shorter and, weirdly enough, produced by a completely different animation studio. So how does it look?
Now hand over the Crystal Coconut, or I'll blow you to biddies!
At least he's not stealing the presents.
There be more, Booty?
You wouldn't dare.
It somehow looks worse. Well, see you next time we talk about the show. Maybe, and you know what? Maybe no one's heads will explode next time either. I'm nothing if not an optimist.
What the?
Good God. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, and leave a comment with any other old video game shows you'd love for me to talk about. There's always that one Zelda cartoon. Huge thanks to my top patrons, Jordan O'Neill and Oz. If you enjoyed this video, you can help support me on Patreon, where you get early access to videos such as this one, along with exclusive content released every month. Don't forget to ring that bell, and I'll see you later.